Good morning, Eagles, and welcome to the Talon Weekly. I'm your host, Riley Robertson.
And I'm your co-host, Tessa Cheshire. Let's start off with our weather with David Hale, who also made our new intro.
Welcome back to Thunder and Hail. My name's David Hale. Let's go check out the weather. Well, throughout this entire week, we haven't really seen anything too interesting. It's just been overcast for the first few days of this year, and then we've just had clear skies and relatively warm weather. Today, our weather's looking like it's 53 degrees out or so. We're going to stay in the 50s throughout most of the day, and then it's going to get all the way down to the high 20s by tonight. We don't have much precipitation or humidity in the air. It's pretty dry out. The sun's starting to go down a little bit later at least. We're seeing our sunsets happen at 5:11 instead of 4:30, so let's take a look at our weekly forecast here. It looks like we're going to be staying in the low 50s or high 40s throughout most of the week. Lows are going to stay in the low 20s throughout the night and mostly cloudy in the beginning of the week. Looks like we're going to start off our weekend with some clouds, and it's going to get partly cloudy by Sunday. But then throughout mid next week, it looks like it's going to clear out, and we're just going to have clouds here and there throughout the end of next week. Main thing to look out for is mild to medium high winds, especially this upcoming Saturday with winds being 50 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation stays below 20% throughout the entire week.
Thanks, David. First up today, we have senior Megan Waghorn, who recently committed to play volleyball at the New Mexico Military Institute.
I really chose the school just because of the feel that I got from touring and all that stuff, and just their girls, like their group, they're just so close, and I love the sense of community. I was just so happy with NMMI, and it was an easy decision, really.
Megan is very excited to see what her future holds.
I'm excited to play at the next level. It's always been a dream of mine just to continue on with whatever sport I would go for. I think it's just going to be a new experience, and I'm excited for that.
Here's a look at how the performing arts programs are handling remote learning through the pandemic. Due to the distance learning caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, Eldorado's music programs have drastically had to adapt, as they typically rely heavily on teamwork and unity in a regular setting.
Well, this was certainly an interesting semester, unlike any other. Many students, at the time of the day that band meets, can't play in their residence. Of course, you can't really play as a group together online.
One thing that our band did is we all recorded our individual parts of the fight song and spliced them together, so now there's a recording of all of us playing the fight song, and you can see all of our videos of all of us playing at our different houses. So during 0 hour we have these guests who come and speak to us about different types of music.
We had about 44 guests join us this semester.
Personally, it's been pretty hard to motivate myself to play the flute, because I love playing the flute, but one of the reasons I really love it is because it's something I can do with other people. It's kind of been different, as in I don't really get the social aspect or the playing together aspect as much, which I really do miss, but I get to learn more about music in general, outside of just playing the flute. I get to learn about all different types of instruments and different people's stories and a lot of different musical careers as well, which I've found very interesting.
We are missing the opportunity to play with each other and the human element of making music with each other. We are looking into some broader subjects with music, and it has been very exciting because the students are really taking initiative.
We didn't do any in-class practice. It was basically just up to us to do any performing or playing on our own. So what we did this semester instead was we studied a lot about music theory. We looked at different composers, different musical eras, and it was more research focused this semester than a normal year. I found that it actually really helped me to improve my presentation skills, so I'm looking forward to doing more presentations if we end up doing those.
Now that we are in this difficult situation, you can really see the community and the personal element coming through, even though it's through the computer. Just working with the student, working on who the student is before the music or before any subject has been the best bet for this year.
The teacher and everyone in the class recognized that can never be the same as in-person learning. Orchestra is a great program, and I think it's a really fun class, even in times of distance learning.
We have fantastic students. So anytime you challenge, giving the students more opportunity to lead the class is amazing.
I just hope that everybody can keep pushing forward and supporting each other in a variety of ways, and we'll be back to normal. It's just we just don't know when.
Finally, here's our fun fact of the day with Gretchen Jones.
Cranberries can be tested for ripeness by bouncing them. A fully ripened cranberry can be dribbled like a basketball.
Thanks, Gretchen.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at EHS Talon Weekly.
Thanks for tuning in, Eagles, and we'll see you next week. Have a happy Friday.